Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
Well, would you look at that, boys? More Magic the Gathering on the Tenfey channel. How could it happen? How could it happen? All right, I finally decided I'm ready to do a draft. So if you're not familiar with Magic, I'll put timestamps in the video so you can skip this preamble if you don't care to listen to it. But the way a draft works is you sign up, and normally, you know, if you were doing this in a physical card shop, there would be 8 of you set around a table, and you'd each have 3 booster packs, usually of one set. And everybody opens the first booster, and you have a certain amount of time to pick whatever card you want out of it, and you keep that, and then you pass. I think it goes right, left, right, like it alternates between packs. So it's an interesting way to play because you got to like kind of build your deck with what you're finding, but you also have to take into account what the people next to you are drafting. Because if the guy sitting right beside you is taking all the good green cards, then you know you might want to avoid it. But if nobody's like taking blue cards, obviously, then you know you can start snatching them up, and the cards get added to your collection. But at the end, you build a 40-card deck, and then you play and try to win even more boosters. Because you get to keep whatever comes out of these, so you're basically getting 3 boosters worth of cards. And it could be an interesting way to get certain cards. Like if you're just trying to build, like let's say you're just trying to get mouses and rats, like a crazy person. You're just trying to collect mouses and rats. Well, this is a way you can do it. You can also just rare draft, because the cards go into your collection. So if you've drafted nothing but like white and green, and you see a mythic rare red card, you can be like, well, I just want that. Now the format we're doing is called a quick draft, and that ironically means we have unlimited time, because if we were drafting against other players, I couldn't sit here and run my mouth about the cards, which is the main reason why I'm playing it and recording this video for you. But in this mode, we're up against bots, so I guess each bot is assigned some kind of algorithm for what it wants to draft. It's like bleep, bloop, hate, draft all blue cards, be a huge asshole, bleep, bloop. So we won't get the authentic draft experience because we're going to play against just random other internet people that are doing this same event. So in a regular draft, you would kind of know what's out there because you've seen a lot of the cards, and you could be like, oh God, this is going to be a problem, da da da. So, you know, tit for tat, I guess. All right, well, that's enough preambling. Let's give them some gold monies, and let's get started. My goodness, my gracious. What's our rare on our first pack? I think we have one of these, don't we? That is a really good card in limited, by the way. Now, the downside is it takes 2 black mana, so we're going to have to go heavy into black. We've played black every one of these videos I've recorded so far, I feel like. Legendary elemental bird. Its wingspan reached from dusk to dawn. So that's pretty cool. I like that there's these like elemental animal spirits. It's not just little rat people and otter people and such. There's more going on. But we'll probably end up taking that unless there's something crazy in the pack. Oh, look at this crazy squirrel ranger. The thorn volt forager. Is he like, oh, I thought he was like pole vaulting like in caveman games on the NES, but I guess he's just like climbing some thorns, son, looking for some nuts. The squirrel ranger. Well, he gives you mana ramp. That's a good thing. Remember, forage takes cards out of our graveyards, or we sacrifice foods. That would give us even more mana. And we can ramp for squirrels. Son, if you're playing squirrel heavy, you gotta have him. So we got lucky, and we have a choice of a mythic and a regular, because each pack generally has a rare, like 3 to 4 uncommons. I don't know how it works in Arena. It's like different than physical. No flavor text, though. That's the downside to me, son. Somebody plays the game the way I do. Okay, we've had this before, and it's a good card to have in a white deck. Consumed by greed. Oh no, the horror. Being dragged down into squirrel hell. All right, gift a card. Target opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. If the gift is promised, return that creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If the gift was promised, return target creature. I thought it said that creature. I was like, wait, you're blowing up their creature and then it goes into your hand? Okay. That's what's the word I'm looking for? Removal. And it's non-targeted removal, which is good because if their strongest creature has Shroud or Ward, which would make you have to pay an additional cost to target them. This makes them just sacrifice it. I think that gets past indestructible too, doesn't it? I really wish that card had flavor text because I want to know more what happened to these little squirrels. I guess they were getting too many blue beads or whatever those are. Son, they went nuts for them. Wildfire Howl, son. You got a fire wolf who could just scream the forest down. Let's see, 2 damage to each creature. If the gift is promise, instead, it deals 1 damage to any target and 2 damage to each creature. So I guess that's good if your opponent has a bunch of little token creatures. You know, the offspring mechanic gives them a 1/1. I guess that's what this is for. Although he hits all your own creatures too. So, you know, tit for tat. Still no flavor text. We haven't hit, this first card's been the only one with flavor text, boys. Okay, we've seen you before. Not bad. Chasing them little mouses. Cool rat rogue, boys. I'm thinking, you know, mythic rare, awesome elemental bird, or cool rat rogue, son. It's hard to pick. We've seen this one too as well. Okay, taking out the trash. Not bad. That gets you foods. That gets you foods. Basically, I see. So that helps you if you've got different colors splashed in your deck. It can help you out. A bat cleric. And the cool cutthroat lizard. Well, out of all these, this is the best card. So I'm just going to have to take this, and we're probably going to have to play black, but I guess we'll see what we keep finding. Boom. It screamed in a bird-like manner. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. These cool guys. Yet again. I kind of want that mouse warrior. Black and red. Black and red's real satisfying color combinations. You got power and ambition and destruction at your hand, son. Just throw your mouse warriors at your enemy. Now I made myself sad. I talked myself out of power and ambition. Okay, we've seen this before. So more control. This raccoon warrior, the teapot slinger, boys. He's got menace. If an angry raccoon berserker comes slatting hot tea at you, then that's pretty damn menacing. Expend 4 as you cast your 4th total mana to cast spells during it. That he already has that. He costs 4. So, or does it have to be after he's in play? For the last time, it's porcelain, not stoneware, you ignorant fool. If anything's going to make a tea pugilist angry, it's misidentifying the material that their teapot's made out of, son. Short and stout. The Rabbit Druid. Hazard Root Herbalist. You do good in a Resident Evil game. Whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If that creature is a token, it also gains Death Touch. It just gives all of your token creatures Death Touch. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's healthy. I mean, that's true. Where's the lie? All right. The Waxwing Witness. That's, if Elmer Fudd ever came across this thing, he'd be ruined. It's just trying to say the name of it. Flying and Vigilance, which means attacking doesn't cause them to tap, just like Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, okay, so gain or lose life, it gets more powerful, son. That's pretty cool. Batfoot clerics consider the cycle of light and darkness as a sacred allegory of life and death. I mean, it's hard to argue with them, son. They went to Bat cleric school, so they know about these things. Mind Spiral. Look, it's going to turn into a Junji Ito story with that spiral, boys. It looks like a rat sorcery. Gift to tapped fish. Target player draws 3 cards. If the gift was promised, tap target creature. Okay, so you can... It does cost 5 mana, though. But if you hand them a fish, you can be like, I'm going to draw cards, and your creature doesn't untap. You've been rat mind spiraled, son. All right, the rat squirrel, of course. The Dagger Fang duo. We're quite familiar with them. Dire Sight. There's a fine line between predicting the future and causing it. I think we've seen that one. He's opening like a portal to the Hell Dimension. So the frogs do it all the time. That's why you can't trust them. Lizard Otter, son. We ain't seen them yet. The Kindle Spark duo. They look like they're going to do a Chrono Trigger dual tech, son. Let's see. You can tap them to deal 1 damage to an opponent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap them. So if you build a deck around them, you can be machine gunning down your opponent, son. We burn like fire, cackled the lizard, and strike like lightning. The otter thundered. Thundered. Thunder and Lightning, son. They're big fans of Ninja Sex Party, I could tell. I could tell. Oh, Darren, once again, I was like, man, I like that art. And the moment my eyes went to the bottom, it's Darren Batter, the artist of Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior, son. We can't stop losing, or we can't stop winning. We can't not lose. There's words, just combine them. All right, whenever it attacks, you gain a life. That goes good with you. Sunrisers have trusted me with their life force. I intend to repay them bountifully. You know, we could go black-white flyers, son. Or is the frog advisor going to be like, I advise against that? You'll see I look vaguely like the big jowly guy from the Phantom Menace that's like, you've got to take Jar Jar Binks out of here. We're all going to kill ourselves. So Mr. Plinkett, no. Frog advisor. When he enters, you draw a card. Now, I like that both of his mana costs are split, so you can have green or blue. I prefer no blue this time, please. But blue has rats. Damn it, that's how they get you. The rainfall brings us news of the world around us. I've learned a lot, but most of all, I've learned that it's very exciting out there. I got you. You're like the uncle from Fraggle Rock who wrote about the funny creatures. He's like, these funny creatures are so odd. They drive big SUVs and all despise each other. I want this Mouse Warrior because I just want this card for my collection. So we're just going to have to assume if we want to do black-white flyers, it'll wheel. So it'll make it all the way around. Because we'll get the pick cards out of the first couple of boosters before they dwindle so much that we don't get any more. So you're coming with me. Cute Mouse-chan. Kawaii Nezumi-chan. Ooh, another Otter Wizard. Coruscation Maze. He knows what a Theosaurus is. You're turning lightning into like the mouse cursor. That's their secret. And they have offspring. Let's see. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature does 1 damage each opponent. So he doesn't even have the tap like the other one. It's just you got him out there. And if you get the offspring out, you're doubling up on damage, son. You're doubling up on damage. Oh, they got the same artist to do both. Usually the token creature has a different artist with a different style. Peerless recycling, son. You try to drop your shit off and you got plastic and aluminum in the same bag, boys. You're going to get talking to, son. He'll turn into one of them berserker raccoons. Let's see. Instant. Gift card. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If the gift was promised, it said return 2 target permanent cards from graveyard to your hand. So if you're willing to let your opponent draw a card, you can get 2 of yours back, son. You got to balance it out. I see another teapot and a pumpkin. The Frog Druid, Lily Splash Mentor. He has reach, so if something tries to fly over him, he can shoot his frog tongue out and lick them. And they don't care for that, and they turn around. That's how he blocks. Let's see, if you pay almost his mana cost. Exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under control. Okay, that's good, because remember the frogs had that bounce mechanic, because they're frogs. So you would ideally have a bunch of different frogs that have come into play effects. And, you know, he'll be bouncing them and getting them even bigger. And everybody wins. Splashy entrances are my specialty. And they could be yours too. Try again. I thought he was going to say for a price. I thought he was like, it was like his correspondence course, son. Rockface Village. A land. Ugh. That's like getting socks for Christmas. Let's see. It gives you a colorless mana. You can add red, but only to cast creature spells. Target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon gets +1/+0 and gains haste. I mean, that's nice, but you'd have to build a deck around it, I guess. Thomas Stoop did the best he could, boys. God bless you, Thomas Stoop. I like that it mentions mouses. Oh, there's that cool rat-omancer with his muscle-mancy. And by that, I don't mean he doesn't make himself swole. He controls, like, mollusks. They're called muscles around here. Ask Popeye. Son, is that all you got? Put some muscle into it. He knew. Ralph Lubamoten. I'm surprised Darren Batter didn't do that art. Bird Frog. The Sky Skipper duo. They have flying, so I guess the frog is like riding on the bird's back. When Sky Skipper duo enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return the battle. Okay, so it bounces. That's another ties into the frog mechanic, you see. I don't know how to swim, said the bird. That's okay. I don't know how to fly, laughed the frog. Boys, you know they get up to the most antics, son. The most antics. My God, early winter. That poor little mouse is like, my God, I ain't like waterproof my pipes or caulk the windows or nothing, son. I got to leave the sink dripping overnight or the pipes will freeze, boys. The pipes will freeze. Choose one. Exile target creature. Target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. So that's a way to get rid of enchantments that have like Shroud. You make them destroy it. Or you can just exile a creature. The climate changed and the world suffered, son. That's like the world of ruin, son. And on that day, the world was changed forever, you know, until spring. It's a long time for a little mouse. Who did the art on that? Andrew Marr. He knew. Alania's Pathmaker. I wonder who Alania is. He stomps and colored stones erupt out of the ground. He's going to get the Infinity Gauntlet. That's a reference you kids enjoy, right? Otter Wizard. When Alania's Pathmaker enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. But I mean, you still got to pay the mana cost. I'm just saying. Just saying. The frog folks should worry less that the sky is falling and worry more about where it's landing. Damn. Damn, that's cold. What say you, Ravager? Druid of the Spade. Son, Motorhead or whatever. Big fan. Rabbit Druid. As long as you control a token, Druid of the Spade gets +2/+0 and has trample. That's, I mean, I guess that works. Not really a card you go out of your way to use. Druid brought the best out of the soil and in turn the best out of the fluffle? Fluffle. Is that a real word? Hansel? Okay, we've seen the head of the homestead. Not a bad card if you're trying to crank out rabbits. And of course, you're all creatures. You're all creatures. Well, we're black and red right now. The best red card would probably be this guy. If we would need a lot of, so you tend to have more creature spells in limited like this because you need creatures to like defend yourself and do a lot of your damage. This is remove. Oh, that costs 5 mana. I mean, it's that instant speed, but Jesus. Jesus. And of course, there's this. Of course, if we want splash blue, we got Radomancy. We got Radomancy, Jerry. It's also green. Nobody ever thinks about green. No one ever thinks about green. We'll take this for now. Plus it's uncommon. Well, you make little chittering otter noises, why don't you? Now you see, we're seeing a lot of green and white, which tells me that the people passing the pack to us, which is coming from our right now, aren't really that devolved into it, which means if we wanted to switch here, we only picked 3 cards, and wanted to switch towards like maybe a red and green. I mean, we could do black and green again. It seems kind of boring. Bark Knuckle Boxer, son. He turned the trees into his fists. Raccoon Berserker. Whenever you expend 4, gains Indestructible. Indestructible. Son, he loves Street Fighter 4. May your bark be worse than your bite. Raccoon Folk War Blessing. I like that. I like that. Okay, the moose. The moose is loose. We never got to play it last time, I don't think. Well, maybe once. You're the worst card ever. I'm not even going to acknowledge you again. Batbird, the Life Creed duo. Flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Damn. It goes good with other things that want you to gain life. You're like, wow, Uncle Tenfey, you think of that on your own? We've seen Pearl of Wisdom. Here's a cool back cleric, the Starlit Soothsayer. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. The Lunar Paean. Is that how you say that? Paean? The lunar pain is upon us, brother. Let us turn to our ancestors for guidance and look to our children for hope. I might have read that before, but it's inspirational. Oh yeah, we've seen this little feller before. Son, when he dies, the hate in his heart deals 1 more damage, and when his son dies, the hate in his heart does as well, son. They were born to hate, and they die to hate. Yeah, we've seen Heat Harvest. Bumbleflower Share Pot. You get a foods. And you can destroy a non-land permanent. Jesus. I guess that's nice if you've got a deck where you need foods because you're investing just 2 mana. And then on turn 5, if they've got something in play you don't want there, you're like, oh, it's going in the pot. It's going in me pot, governor. The Hidden Grotto. Okay, so that's mana fixing. Because if you just need colorless, you got it. But if you desperately need another color mana, you can filter it through the Hidden Grotto. So those are good. Because you can add as many basic lands as you want, but you can only use special lands if you draft them. Okay, let's think. If we were going to start swerving towards green, this guy's not terrible. I like this bat cleric though. Let's keep what we're doing going right now. You never know how things will turn out. We got the heavy cemented green cards, man. Well, look at you, the Daring Wave Rider, son. On a big scallop. Of course, I don't know how big he is. He is an otter. So it's a big scallop to him, but if I was standing there, I'd be like, that's really not that big scallop, man. I'm not impressed. Also, I'm the only human in this world of splendor. I'm going to go throw myself into a volcano and save you all. Look what I found. Cast. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I mean, yeah, for 6 mana, you better let me cast spell in my graveyard. Jesus, dude. Jesus. The Frog Scout. His long, gangly legs help him to see just a little bit further because he can stand on his tippy toes. Well, his webbed feet. Clifftop Lookout. He's got reach like a lot of frogs do, son. All right, when he enters, reveal cards for type of land card. Put that card on the battlefield. Tap. Okay, so he gets you a land. He's got. And another nice thing about that effect is it gets a land out of your deck and into play, so you don't have to worry about drawing a damn land when you don't need one. So, not bad. Run away together. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Oh, isn't that sweet? You bounce your dude and bounce one of theirs. Nobody bothered to look for Lebo and Pula. Pula? Because everyone knew they didn't want to be found, son. Well, that's nice that y'all respected them. There's our little sad winter mouse. Lizard Rogue, the Ravine Raider. He's got menace. Yeah, I think we've used him before because you can pump him with black mana. Conduct electricity, still has such cool artwork. Yeah. High stride. That rabbit don't want to get his feet wet, son. I don't blame him. Our creature is supposed to engage reach into end of turn, and you untap it, son, so you can get them in a surprise. It takes a moment to find your stride, but once you do, you feel like a giant. So this counts as a removal towards flying creatures. One of the problems green usually has is dealing with flying creatures, so that sometimes they get reach. We know this guy. And then there's the Fountainport Bell. How quaint. All right, damn, we're still getting so much green thrown at us. But then when the cards reverse, the people, to our left might not be so green passing. This guy's really good, though, so I'm just going to take him. Boom. Splash Portal. Son, that frog is warping away the worries. Well, it's not warping very far, but I guess if the worries aren't that far. I see a lot of muscles around him, so there might be one of them cool Ratomancers after him. Exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield, so it's got bounce. That creature is a bird, frog, otter, or rat. Draw a card, boys. You know how to sell me a card, boys. You just slap word rat on there. Don't ask me how it works. If I stopped long enough to question it, I'd lose my legs. Lorb, the frog folk wizard. There's our good friend, the scout. Finch formation. Is that what you call a group of finches? Bird scout, offspring flying. When this creature, target creature you control gains flying to end of turn. So the offspring will also give them flying. Neat. Ah, there they are. God bless them, son. God bless them. The best of friends. The best of friends. Always hanging out and playing Sega Mega Drive games together, son. Oh, this guy's so cool. He's got like that purple magic and sword makes me think of the Eminence and Shadow, son. Some lizard folk wield the precious agate and yearn for fire. Others wield it and thirst for blood. I'm going to say yearn for ice and tied it into that poem. Okay. Oh yeah, Mighty the Meek, son. That little mouse ain't taking none of your shit. Son, that little mouse played Resident Evil and knows how to humble a damn snake. Just get that mouse a grenade launcher and a magnum and 3 full red, green, blue herb combinations and he ain't take on anything. So yeah, that's a combat trick. And it goes with mouses. Is that the same mouse? I don't think it is. Row veteran hero. And you ain't got no name. The War Squeak, son. We've seen that one too, but it's worth looking at again with our eyes. Danny Schwartz. Seed Spire Squire. Seed Pod Squire. If you think he's loud now, wait until he starts the battle song. Clement, Pessimistic Advancer. Damn it, Clement. We gotta ruin everything for everyone. You know I want this cool lizard assassin. Okay. The Squirrel Druid. Yeah, if green uncommons are making it this far in here, son. The crowd to the right of me just don't care about green, man. Squirrel Druid. Curious foragers, you may forage. Are you curious about it, though, is the thing. When you do, return target permanent card from graveyard to your hand. Gets even more cards out of your graveyard, son. The bones of Calamity Beasts are sometimes buried in caches or caches where their power can grow quietly. I guess even their bones. If you ground their bones to make your bread, boys, that'd be good stuff. Fortified. Tangle Tumbler. A vehicle. Vehicles are, you have to tap, isn't that how it works? You have to tap a certain number of creatures to, like, man it? Am I thinking of something completely different? What the hell is that, by the way? It's a bunch of raccoons in, like, a tumbleweed coming at you angry, son. It's just like Critters 2, but with rabies. It's got vigilance. We already know what that's like because of Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a cat warrior. You can use it to buff creatures. Tap 2 untapped tokens you control. Tangle Tumbler becomes an artifact creature. Okay, yeah. So it has to be token creatures that man it. But then you get a 6/6 with vigilance. I mean, you've got to be able to deck around that, like with a lot of offspring and such. The Bellowing Crier, son. Just hollering. Frog Advisor. Draw a card, then discard a card. Glarb's Court can always be found repeating his disastrous visions, even when they're unwelcome. I see. What say you, Water Spout Warden? He's like, oh, I got me water at you. I'm gonna come splash walking towards you, governor. Frog Soldier. He's not a warrior. He's a soldier, son. He's got a charge. Whenever Water Spout Warden attacks, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, he gains flying. So he doesn't not even reach. He just straight up flies. The escape route of many a birdfolk thief have been less surefire than they thought, son. You think you could just skedaddle because you got wings? That boy's coming after you. Sazakap's Brew. Instant gift of fish. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Jesus. Target player draws 2 cards. If gifts promised, target creature you control gets play. Okay, so it's a way for red to, like, draw cards. So I guess you've got to give them a fish. I guess you got to give them a fish to do that. I guess that's some sort of a lizard making a special brew, some sort of witch's brew. And there's the Druid of the Spade. Oh my God, Becky, look at that rat warlock. It is so cool. We had one of these in our first seal, didn't we? I don't feel like we ever got to use them, really. Well, they can be in this deck because, thank God, they're black and blue, but it's split, so we can just cast them with black magic. Son, don't keep your secrets inside your head. Rat warlocks know, son. Every secret I've ever had should be pried out of me by the correct rat. Oh, look, this little feller's here still. Well, one advantage to sticking with what we did is... No, wait, that's the opposite, sorry. I'm in opposite Bizarro land. Pretend I never thought. Okay, I think between you... Because we already have one of those. I mean, they're good, but we need more flying creatures. Gained or lost life. How many of our things let us gain or lost life? Gain or lost life. Well, we've got another one of those already as well. I didn't even realize. So that lets us do that. So I guess not that much. Now that I've actually looked at it. Okay, this card directly benefits this card, but we can't take both. That's the draft. That's the luck of the draft, son. Well, honestly, between all of this, I'm gonna take another one of you. Otter me up. Got me. Oh, why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta make me want this cool rat? I can't put a cool rat in my deck. He's blue. He's blue. Da ba dee da ba da. Menace. That is useful. Lizards. How many lizards were you up to? We got 1, 2. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Well, out of all of these, I'm gonna take you. Okay. Rat squirrel. Yeah, you know I gotta have that rat squirrel, baby. Okay, we've reached the point where none of these... Well, this is the closest one that would help our deck, so that's one we'll take. Boom. Oh no! Right here at the end. Well, I don't want any damn blue cards. Well, I mean, other than notwithstanding. I'm going to get stuck with that damn ugly, like, Danny DeVito rabbit that I hate so much, aren't I? Not this one, but you know what one I'm talking about. It's going to wheel. Oh, Jesus. Put some fucking white cards in a pack, why don't you? Man, like slapping me. Caretaker's Talent. Whenever one or more tokens you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. If you level it up, you create a token that's a copy of target token you control, so you're double token, son. And then you could just make all your creatures bigger all the time. Bigger all the time. The Bird Cleric, the Salvation Swan. My God, is that a special summon that sometimes activates when you KO, depending on the number of Phoenix Pinions in your inventory? Flash Flying, so you can throw that shit into play when they least expect it. When Salvation Swan or another bird you control enters, exile up to one target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under control with a flying counter on it. My God. So the more birds you got in play, the more you can make all your creatures fly. That's neat. We were playing white. Feather of Flight. Enchantment Aura. Look at that lizard living it up with them wings. Flash. Enchant creature. When a Feather of Flight enters, draw a card. So it cantrips. It replaces itself in your hand. That's a neat combat trick. As he grasped the glowing feather, the lizard's heart soared, and the rest of him quickly followed, son. You had to lighten your heart first. But you had to believe in the heart of the cards, or in this case, the heart of the feather. It's like Dumbo. Look, the little mouse from Dumbo that nobody remembers the name of, but he's dressed like either Snap, Crackle, or Pop, because who the hell knows which one of them is which. He would fit right in this set. Plume Creed Mentor. That bird is giving the best speech, or it's really long and boring. I'm not there. I don't know how to judge bird speeches. Bird Scout. Whenever Plume Creed Mentor or another creature you control with flying enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control without flying. He's like, we have to help people that can't fly because they'll just die. Because if you don't fly, you die. That's what my mom taught me. He just awkwardly runs off the little bird stage like Napoleon Dynamite. You're like, wow, that was some speech. Henry Peters did a good job of drawing that card that I just ruined. Lupin Flower Village, the third. So this is the white one of those lands. Let's see. Sacrifice, Lupin Flower. Let's look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit from amongst them and put it in your hand. So if you've got a lot of bat, birds, mouse, and rabbits, son, that's the land for you. It does look interesting. It's like the little village of the creature peoples, but they've got like this cool forest that they're like, hey, you want to go hang out in the cool forest, man? And drop some acid. Okay, Warren. Okay, we've seen you before. You're good because you make all creatures bigger. Yes, you. And you. And you. And you. Okay, Corn Hornman here. That's probably the card we're going to have to take. It's trying so hard to get us to switch colors. We're going to take the only red card. I don't even want any of these shitty rares. Okay. Oh no, did we make a terrible mistake? Did we make a terrible mistake? Because look at this cool mouse. Mouse Trapper. It's a zany action. Crazy contraption. The fun is catching its Mouse Trapper. I may have already made this joke before. More than likely I have. Flash and Valiant. Tap to because you're in control. I mean, that's cool. I like the artwork and everything. I like how it looks like the mouse is walking with swagger, but it wouldn't really fit in this deck. Oh, look at this cool rat rogue. You're killing me. You're killing me. Why can't you be black and blue and red all over? Creature rat rogue. Shoreline looter can't be blocked. He just can't. He doesn't even have menace or anything. It's like you just can't block him, son. Threshold. So after you've got 7 cards or more in your graveyard. Whenever a shoreline looter deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card unless 7 or more. Oh, okay. Well, oh, because it's just telling you what threshold is. Like, wait, why are you specifying that? A water skimmer's ability to sense danger in the slightest ripple makes them a prized companion for long river trawlers. Son, he's like got a symbiotic relationship with the water skitters. Can he walk on water too? I'd like to believe it. Thank you, Pendersky. Thank you. Here we go. Hazel's Nocturne. The card that is like the leaf squirrels that we saw when we started the draft, because it was like the splash screen. That's not a bad card for this deck. All things considered. Oh, so many cool mouse soldiers. The last pack is going to redeem me. The last pack's going to have the most good black and red cards. You'll be ashamed of your words and deeds. Not since Quiet, Metal Gear Solid 5, will you have been shamed so readily for your words and deeds. So this is removal if the creature has 2 toughness or less. And it gives you food. Savor. Oh, I just realized the implications of what's happening with this card, son. Because we're seeing it from the little squirrel's point of view, looking into the eyes of a big hungry snake. And ability is in the eye of the beholder. I like how the food token's like, oh, look at this nice Hobbit-esque spread of pies and sundries. When the implication is, no, that snake just ate that little feller, son, and he'll do it again. He'll do it again. Squirrel archers. Yeah, we've seen y'all before, because the one in the middle is just tweaking, son. They don't waste arrows on warning shots. Okay, here's that cool centering cutthroat that we were thinking about. Oh. So this is like a, what's the word I'm looking for? City of Brass. Except it doesn't hurt you. It just enters tapped instead. It enters tapped instead. This, and this would all be good. This, if we want to splash a 3rd color because we feel bad. I wonder if it'll wheel. This helps the deck more, though, so we're going to take that for now. Boom. I don't know what's happening, son. Why is red so rare? Seasoned Warren Guard. A Wabbit Warrior. Whenever Seasoned Warren Guard attacks while you control a token, it gets a little buff. Isn't that nice? Never underestimate what a rabbit can do with a root vegetable and some moxie, son. You won me over with the flavor text, son. Piss and vinegar in equal measures. Otter Ball Antics. I like that the otters play Blitz Ball. Create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. You can see it over there. He's got prowess. If this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter here so you can flash it back out of your graveyard. And then you get a 2/2. I mean, that's nice, but you kind of have a deck based right now. See, this would help this deck right here. Because we're getting creatures from a non-creature spell. So imagine that. Otter cards help otter cards. I know. Rat Berserker, the persistent marsh stalker. I like how the rats you're commanding are like less anthropomorphic. They're just like full-blown regular rats, son. They ain't got no mutagen yet, son. I know that feeling, boys. Still trying to become a cool tiger man. Persistent Marshstalker gets +1/+0 for every other. I love it. I love it. I might not have a lot of rats, but I like a card that benefits from having a lot of rats, if you know what I'm saying. All right, once you got Threshold, whenever you attack with 1 or more rats, if you have Threshold, you may pay 3 mana. If you do, return from your grave. Oh, okay. So you can cast him from your graveyard. If you've got Threshold and you're attacking with a rat, the rats just keep bringing him back, son. Every time I think I'm out, the rats draw me back in. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Oh, but you're so cool. And you trigger loss of life and gain of life effects. Oh, rat squirrels. Rat squirrels. Think about them rat squirrels. And, this card would also go in the deck. Because it's red. Because it's red. I just want this card for my collection outside of the game, and it kind of goes in the deck. I'm going to hope you wheel and deal one of these. One of these will make it back to me, if I believe. Remember, it's not a lie if you believe it. Okay, we've seen you before. Hey, one life, draw a card. Out of it, only 3 more cards left in the graveyard this turn. So if you forage, basically it's foraging, kind of, sort of. If you forage, you could do that. Bring me my harvest. Bring me these nuts. Even in death, he's the only one that, if Grandpa's friend from the Boondocks, that post-mortem got him with a D's nuts joke and he could never get him back, this Warlock could do it, son, with power over death. Okay, there's the T-Slinger. Soul Stealer. Oh, look at y'all going on your little adventure. God bless. God bless. Okay, this is removal. And it gets rid of 2 things, potentially. And it's real cool. Let's see what I can... Okay. Do we have... We got this raccoon rallier. That's a raccoon. I'm a wild raccoon. Alright, out of this pack... Do we... Well, I mean, we want more creatures. That card's so cool, though. I'm going with the teapot... Well... Because I don't know how much we're going to be foraging with this deck or making food. So I don't know how much use we're going to get out of the Bone Cache Overseer is just what I'm saying, man. Plus, we want Threshold. We're reaching our threshold and staring at the truth till we're blind, son. Steven Steele's new. All right, we got you back. Sinister Monolith. That is pretty damn sinister. Artifact. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Hey, that's fantastic. You get... life every turn, or every one of your turns. Pay 2 life, sacrifice Sinister Monolith, draw 2 cards, activate sorcery. Blood and Brine, make a strong mortar. Son, I would have said piss and vinegar. That's just me. That's just... Oh yeah, I remember this guy. He flies in with a sword he just can't lift, and he's like, my God, you got to take this thing. My bird sciatica is flaring up, boys. The doctor told me not to carry any more ancient swords, son. Ooh, the Radamancer returns. Oh, hey, another one of these. And also one of these that we don't have any of. I just want as many of that cool lizard rogue as I could get, though. Between... Okay, it's, yes, more mana fixing. Between you having another one of you and having one of you, Sting Path Charger. I mean, your opponent loses life when they take 1 damage. We're just going to hope that wheels. Boom. Okay. Yeah, we've seen you before. Crumb and get it. Such cool artwork for such a dumb pun name. Okay. That's neat, I guess. There's the Bird Frog. Nocturnal Hunger. Okay, that's just removal, and removal is good. Oh, another one of you would be good too. Oh no! Oh no! I wanted to take this card, but then this happened. But then the Mind Drill Assailant happened. My heart. I can't not take that cool rat, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. You knew what you signed up for when you started watching the Tenfey video. Ooh, the Moonstone Harbinger, the Bat Warrior. As opposed to the Cat Warrior or the Hat Warrior. Flying Death Touch. Whenever you gain or lose life to your turn, bats you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch. My God. My God. Or Squeak. Yeah, I gotta have this guy. I guess we could look at these. Shrike Force. Flying Double Strike and Vigilance. I've trained every one of them in aerial maneuvers, talon strikes, and dive precision. They are the top of my class, and they may surpass me one day, said Quickwing, the Master Flyer. That's big praise from a character I just now learned existed and know nothing else about. Oh, that poor little mouse once again got a headache, son. Too much Limburger cheese. Before going to bed, son, you're gonna wake up. You got to work tomorrow. Okay. Ooh. We could have this super cool Otter Mage in the deck if we so choose. Or we could Stargaze and trip the Rift End. Now, we're going to have a lot of black in the deck because remember, our like bomb card. In Limited, if you have one card that if you can get it into play, it might win you the game. if they can't immediately deal with it. It's known as a bomb. And that's what this thing right here is. So paying the 2 black shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, this helps us get threshold too, so that's really good. Oh, you crowd of killing me. If I was drafting white and red, you'd think them little mouse bards wouldn't be in my deck, boys. How dare you insult me? Okay. A mouse citizen, son. Whisker Squill Scribe. I like how they're very specifically a citizen. All right, their Valiant is discard a card and draw a card. That's good. It mills through your deck. It gets you towards threshold. Unneeded words are like the dandelion seeds, cast adrift at the slightest whiff of scrutiny, only to find purchase and thrive where you least expect, says Myrtle, the Valley Scribe. Is that Myrtle in that picture, son? Sounds like she knows what she's talking about. Son, she's a concerned mouse citizen, after all. To whom it may concern of mouse society. I like all these cards, but this is the one that will help the deck the most, I believe. I don't think we can wheel either of you two, and it's killing me. It's killing me inside, but as a concerned mouse citizen and a cool wizard otter mage, you both would understand, I'd like to believe. Oh, it hurts. Just slap me, why don't you? Just slap me with this pack. I want to take that card. Okay. So another chance. So this is good, because even though we have to discard a card, we draw 2, and that also helps put us towards threshold. And if we really need one of our creatures to get a buff, we can also, you know, give them a fish as a joke. I'd still rather have this cool lizard. That's just me, though. That's just me. Oh, I told you one of them would make their way back to us. We have more lizards now, but we don't have enough rat squirrels, and that's a problem that I'm fixing to solve. And it meals as well, boys. It meals as well. I knew we'd get one of these cool spells in the deck, boys. That's going to be a game-changing spell. I can predict the future. And we wielded the same rabbit. I'm telling you, we're eventually going to end up with that rabbit I hate. All right, last pack. Ooh. Right out the gate, the Dark Star Augur with Offspring. Flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. So you trigger all your things. And if you have the Offspring in play, you get to do that twice every turn. So you better be gaining some life because you're going to be hemorrhaging. That's one of the things of the ambition of playing the color black in Magic is you've got to be ready to sacrifice some. Why black and white pair well together, because white usually gains life, which you can spend. The Fabled Passage, look at them, juicy strawberries. Sacrifice Fabled Passage, search your library for a basic land card, put it in the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Then if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. Okay, so that's mana fixing. You'll see it's a rare land. It gets you any color basic land you need in play, and if it's later in the game, it comes into play untap, or it untaps after it comes into play if you want to be pedantic. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, what's flavored? Beyond Valley lies danger. Oh god, it's like the happy place or whatever from the Land Before Time, where they got leaves on the trees still. All right, look at you tiptoeing around still. Long River Lurker, Frog Scout. If that thing came out of the water, I would rather Jason Voorhees come out of a body of water than that frog. Other frogs you control have Ward 1, so he helps protect your frogs. When Long River Lurker, it's another hard one to say. Target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. Whenever that creature deals combat damage this turn, you may exile it. If you do, return it. Okay, so it bounces if you want it to. Just bounce it with me. Just bounce it with me. Oh, my heart. My heart. Why are you doing this to me? All these blue rat rogues. Eating me up inside. Oh, cool mouse soldier. Seaglaive Mentor. Vigilant. Okay, I think we've seen this one before. Your riposte is good, but how's your footwork? Your cute rat feet's work. Oh, wait, you're a mouse and a squirrel. Never mind, excuse me. That would be good if it didn't require white mana, so we would have a hell of a time playing it in this deck. But it is a cool card that I like. Okay, there's the Waxwing Witness. We've seen that. We've seen you. Oh, look at this crowd hanging. Ooh, the Mouse Raccoon. I still love that artwork. Trample. And if you're spending 4 manas at least a turn, all of your creatures get bigger and gain trample. That's really good. On guard, you inadequate excuse for a foe. Challenge the mouse. Rah! Agreed the raccoon. See, I'd like to think I got that nuance across. Oh yeah, Polywallop was good, and that one frog deck we did. And you crowd are real cool, I guess. I mean, not for my deck. I'm sure you'll find a nice deck to settle down with. It's not you, it's me. I'm more of a mouse, like Otter, Batman these days. And then there's this, which also helps mana fix. Okay, we definitely want this card. I really want that card, though. Like, I want that for my collection. And it would help if we splash a 3rd color, but if for the greatest chance of winning more boosters and shit in this tournament, we need to take the better card. I do want that one really bad, though. So please let that make it either one of these. I mostly want this one because I got a couple of you. But yeah, that's what we're going with. Boom. Repel Calamity. How is that little mouse going to beat? Is that the fire wolf we saw earlier that burns the woods down when he woos? There's a reason there's a $500 fine for wooing. Destroy target creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. The living seasons come to grow, to burn, to wither, and to freeze. As natural as it is for the calamity beasts to live, it is just as natural for them to die. So I still don't really know anything about this setting. Like, I haven't read any of the story. So I assume there's like these elemental beasts that appear sometimes, and the little mouses and such are like, we gotta get a bunch of little souls together and skip about in our feet and go fight them elemental beasts we does. Watch it, Harry. Okay, look, another Rappersucker. Okay. Bird Scout. There's Carrot Cake. That's a bit heavy on the carrot. It's a little light on cake, I'm just saying. Darren, Batters, super cool. Thornplate Intimidator. I wonder if we'd actually get to play it this time. I would be... Oh, God. Would it wheel, though? Would it wheel? Because I would want this more for the deck. But I want this card because it's so fucking cool. It's so cool. Okay, there's you. There's the Mouse Citizen, Concerned Mouse Citizen Brigade. Look who came back from the future. From the future. We're just going to pray that the Thornplate Intimidator makes it back to us, son. Believe in the heart of Darren Batter, son. He gave us Miri Cat Warrior. Who counts as a Cat Warrior? What if we found out that Darren Batter, just for one summer, worked at Squaresoft back in the late 90s and worked on Final Fantasy IX and was the sole character artist and creator of Dragoon Lady Supreme Freya Crescent? I'd be like, his will be done. His will be done. Festival of Embers. Is that like the Burning Man for little critters? During your turn, you may cast instant sorcery spells from your graveyard by paying 1 life in addition to their cost. So that's nice because all these things that want us to lose life. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So that's bad because we couldn't get Threshold. So yeah, this card is nice for, you know, certain kinds of decks, probably more of a red-blue deck. But if we want Threshold for our cool rats, it's not as useful. No flavor text either. Just saying. Just saying. Overprotect. Does that frog have big lips? Like Kakashi secretly has under his mask? Target creature you control gains +3, +3, and gets trample, hexproof, and indestructible. Yeah, that's overprotect for 2 mana. Blor's defenses are impervious, said Blor the Are you Blor the Pervious? Did you, like, get stung by a bee on your mouth or something, man? Like, what the hell you got going on? Okay, there's that thing again. Sonar Strike. 4 damage to target attacking, blocking, or tapped creature. If you gain 3 life if you control a bat. Valley's Midnight Clerics channel the life force of other animals into blinding strikes and searing shrieks. Both of those sound really bad to get hit with. It's like the solar flare. There he is, boys. All right. Well, out of the options of this deck, I mean, this would be the best card for our purposes. This is nice removal, though, for smaller creatures, small to medium creatures. So I'm going to take that. Plus, we've got several. I mean, how many raccoons do we have? Do we have raccoons at all? Are any of you crowd raccoons? You have to tell me. I'm the planeswalker. That used to be what Magic, the game, was when you played it with other players, is you were a planeswalker casting spells and summoning creatures. Okay, we got this guy too. But I don't know if they like errated that. If they did, that's terrible, son. Let the players be cool planeswalkers, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, some planeswalkers are cool cat men, and I'm just saying, if I happen to be one, you know, and you get to choose. If I can't become a Tiger Man in the 80s Ninja Turtles cartoon Foot Clan, next best step, planeswalker voice. I'm like, I'm gonna need you crowd to slap me in the face until I get mad and my planeswalker spark ignites. It'd be ironic if my planeswalker spark ignited from being so angry that Shredder and Krang were dragging their feet to get mutagen and a tiger to turn me into a damn Tiger Man. I hope you're part of the Tenfey cinematic universe and understand all these cross references. Into the Flood Maul. So many fish are being gifted. Turn target creatures to owner hand. An opponent. Oh, it only works on a. I didn't mean to pick you. Luckily, I haven't confirmed. Okay, turn target creature to opponent controls to his owner's hand. If the gift was promised to say return target non-land permanent. Oh. So if you just need to bounce a creature, you don't have to worry. But if you're trying to get rid of an enchantment or like a planeswalker, plus you're only returning it to their hand. It's basically bounce, the like spell, or unsummon, I think is the name of the spell. Ooh, what's this? Notices your bandit's talent. I remember this being really good if you can get it into play. And, oh yeah, if they have less cards in their hands. So we have used this before. It's just I'm bad at the game and also unlucky. That's a cool raccoon warrior with some cool goggles. Bramble Guard veteran. Whenever you expend 4 raccoons you control, get +1/+1 and don't tap when they attack. They all get inspired by Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior son, and I don't blame him. Why should the Burfolk get the best view? You tell him, buddy. You tell him. Lizard Warlock, the Fire Glass Mentor. He's the 2 colors of our deck, too. Lizard Warlock. At the beginning of your second main phase, so that's after combat, it's the second part where you can, like, cast sorceries and such. If an opponent lost life this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until end of turn, you may play that card. There you go. It exiles cards, though, so they don't go... Well, it exiles 1. No, it exiles both of them, and then you can just cast 1. Now, if you cast it, though, I think it goes in your graveyard. I'm thinking about Threshold. Nothing focuses the mind quite like a flame. Well, I definitely need that, because I'm here sputtering. Nonsense. Oh, there's the cool Night Whirl Hermit. Unfortunately, you don't fit in this deck, buddy. It kills me too. It kills me too. Another Saver. Yeah, we don't really want you because we're not going to be foraging. Ooh. The Bruiser. The Bruiser. So out of all of these, yeah, this is the one we're going to take. Boom. Some nice things could wheel for us, though. The Night Fisher. Bird Knight. He's been knighted. Whenever another non-token bird you control enters, create it, you just get fish tokens. You gift them to yourselves. His keen eyes can see the glint of scales far below the river's surface. You remember that, son? Oh God, I've got glottal air from the thought of it. Stop accidentally picking cards, damn it. I'm yelling at myself. The Blacksmith's Talent. So it creates a sword equipment that you can equip on your creatures. Then you can attach equipment for free at the beginning of combat, and then they get any equipped creatures get double strike. Damn. I mean, it's good if you can get her out there and build her up. Hoarder's Overflow, son. You've got a problem, Raccoon Coon. You need help. When Hoarder's Overflow enters, and whenever you expend 4, put a stash counter on it. If you pay 2 mana and sacrifice it, you discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of stash counters of Hoarder's Overflow. That can help you get Threshold real quick. Oh, that if a card ever needed flavor text, man, it's this one. There's the rat spiral of the mind. There's the soothsayer of the mind. You're like, no, I don't think that's true, Uncle Timmy. All right, the War Squeak is here. It's nice because it gives them haste. So if you got a free red mana open and you play a big creature, you can be like, oh, by the way, I'm going to attack this turn. Deal with it. Deal with it. The Concerned Mouse Citizen wield. Oh, why? Why do you have to be so cool, Mind Drill Assailant Coon? Why? Is it possible that card could wheel? Is this good in our deck? I mean, we got a lot of creatures. So, if we can level this thing up, of course, we'd only have one equipped creature to gain the double strike. So that card's better if you've got either more copies of it or more ways to get gear out. That's how I'm gonna lie to myself. This helps us get to threshold. You could use it when you there's the possibilities, but this card's really cool. This card's really cool. Well, we've got two of you, don't we? That's the lie I'm going to tell myself for now. Yeah, let's take this thing and see what we can do. I'm just going to pray that you come back around. If you love a cool rat warlock, you have to let them go so they'll come back to you. Oh no, I didn't mean immediately. All right, we've seen you. Dazzling Denial. Counter target spell. I already hate this card because it counters target spell. Unless the controller pays 2. If you control a bird, then they had to pay 4. Maintaining brilliant plumage isn't just a statement, it's a tactic. So I guess the bird is like blinding somebody with its radiant plumage. I can't really tell what's going on. I guess it's a hummingbird we're looking at, putting on a laser light show. Oh, it's fighting one of them big crabs, one of them big giant enemy crabs, which when you're all little creatures, is just a regular enemy crab. It just seems big. Yeah, we've seen you before. Savor the flavor. You'd be good in the deck, but you're a cool rat. And that's what matters. That's what matters. Oh, I love your little chittering noises. Okay. You wield. Do we want to take the Wizard Lorelock, or do we want to be blessed? Now, normally you can't have more than 4 of a card in your deck in regular Magic, unless it's a special card like Ravenous Rats. But in draft, if you can manage to draft more than 4, then slap them in your deck, son. Richard Garfield can't do nothing. Can't do nothing about it. You know what? I'm taking it. Then again, we don't need that many 4-costing spells in the deck. We're just going to pray that the other one wheels. I don't feel bad. Hey, another one of these. So this takes things out of your graveyards, the downside to that, but get some of your creatures back. One of them could be this. Cool, a Gateblade Assassin, just saying. Oh, look, they came back. They came back to us. I believed. The bots heard the pity. They somehow developed pity towards me because they heard me talking about how I needed this crowd to wheel back around to me, son. Ooh, it feels good. See, I told you. I told you right here at the end, boys, we were going to be redeemed by pack 3, and it happened, son. Darren Batter. Darren Batter saved us right here at the end. Every one of these is good for the deck, too. Ooh. Well, you know, out of these, I want to take this one because of the cool art, but it's an uncommon. Or not uncommon, it's a common. This is an uncommon. So theoretically, we'd want to take that for our collection if we would ever build an otter deck. But I'd be going against everything I believed in if I didn't take that card. That Bale could have actually, oh, look right here at the end, just to spite me. They're like, are you going to take the card that could actually work in your deck? Or are you going to take the cool Rat Rogue? Pause the video, leave a comment. What will Uncle Tenfey do? What will Uncle Tenfey do? Everyone knew it. I don't know why you would have said otherwise. And a War Squeak is our reward. Boom. After drafting your final card, common and uncommon cards that exceeded the 4x collection limit increase. Oh yeah, vault. So if we add more than 4 copies of a card to our collection, then it goes towards unlocking the vault, which like gives you rewards. I don't know. It's like gotcha shit. Okay. Now it's time to build a deck. So let's see. We want all of our black and red. Why are you still showing blue when I don't have it selected? Whatever. Okay, remember the bomb. The bomb. Can we drag you up here? Oh, yeah. We need all 3 of you in play. Wait, what is it I'm deciding here? Am I building the deck? Okay, I guess I am. The interface is just confusing me because normally you could like hide cards. Do you like... Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Let's drag every black and red card we have. And then we can take away as we need to. Or actually, we're doing the opposite. I just realized we're taking them out of the deck. Just take everything out. Why is it set up like this? Why is this the interface? Why is this the interface? I blame Mark Rosewater. I don't care if you were a showrunner on Roseanne. This shit should be more intuitive for crazy people that are talking into a microphone for the internet, son. AKA your consumer. Okay, boom, boom. So let's think. What are cards that have to be in the deck? Okay, first of all rats serve the deck. So we've got that many rats. And that's a good thing. Of course, don't forget these. And don't forget these. That's pretty rat heavy, son. We're very rat solvent. So this is all black. So we're going to be mainly black with red as our secondary color. And I can't imagine splashing a third color. This deck's not really built for it. Plus I didn't take, I don't know if I took any mana fixing cards. Plus they tend to be in green. So we definitely want our lizard assassins and our bat warlocks and bat warriors and bat clerics. And of course our bomb elemental bird. Bird up. So we're going 40 cards. So we're probably going to want like 22 and 18-ish between lands and non-lands. So we can't be too incredibly greedy. As I click every card. I mean, this card doesn't really gel with any of the mechanics of the deck, but it's just a good card, and it's like really cool. Mouse warrior with like a flaming sword, and I just wanted to put him in my deck. And also it's, you know, it's my terrible Magic the Gathering arena YouTube video, son. Mom says I get to play the Xbox and have all the mouse warriors I want. Okay. Just put everything that's these 2 colors in here and figure out how much we need to cut. That's what I should have done to start with. What do we have in colorless? Just this thing. I like that you mana fix, and I like that you're every creature type, so everyone benefits from you. So why not? We ended up with that many green cards. Hey, at least the 2 pure blue we ended up with both have... I don't think that's the same character. They're just both really cool Ratomancers. Nezumancy, I think they know it as. And did we end up with any lands? Oh, we did. Okay. Alright. Well, to start with, just take these out the deck, because I'll put lands in as I see fit now. So, 33, 40. So, ideally, we want to cut at least 13 cards. Well, not 22. Yeah, 22, 18. It depends on how mana heavy you are. We got a lot of heavy casting cards. Show me my statistics, said Johnny. Then again, the vast majority are down here in the sensible range. We've only got a couple of big uns. And none on both 5. What's our breakdown? We're rat heavy. Rat lizard. Assassin. Sounds like a Elder Scrolls character. Okay. Let's think. I'm thinking about cutting one of these and it hurts me. I want you to know how bad it hurts me. I like this card. I like that it's a cool raccoon, but doesn't quite fit the thing. We want as many rats and like bats as possible, and lizards. Bats and lizards. Okay. Yes, sir. It's real good. I mean, we don't need you in there right now. Not that I looked at you. In combat, you're saying Tenfey, you make lost life turn next on top to punch you library. Just gonna take you out for now. Take out the trash. That's removal. You're a good card, and I like that you give haste, and I love that artwork with like the cool raccoon dragoon jumping away from the giant lizard or dragon or whatever. But only one of you in the deck. I don't know how often it'll be useful. This card that I had to have. I had to have it. So I'm not ruining it just yet. Okay, how many non-creature spells are in the deck determines how useful this is. So 1, 2. Oh, take that damn card out. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Okay. He didn't really end up helping the deck that much. I did it to myself. I did it to myself. Okay, how's our curve looking? So we probably want to take something out in the... Yeah, let's see. Oh, don't make me cut one of my cool rats. Don't do this to me. Why you gotta hurt me? The problem with this is we might end up in a scenario where it'd be really good to use, but then we'd lose threshold by using it, and our rats would become weaker. No, the moment I said rats become weaker, I'd already made the decision myself. I already knew the truth of the lie, of the secret, of the mystery. Get that damn mean card out of this deck. Okay. You're good, but you don't necessarily... Because it just surveil... Oh, no, when you surveil, you can put the card in your graveyard. So, once again, that does help towards threshold. It does help towards the threshold. Yes. If I had to take out one card, it'd be... Or we could get super greedy and only have 17 lands. But the way the game is set up, they tend to ruin you. They tend to ruin you. Of course, if we're milling a lot of our deck, it wouldn't matter quite as much. If I take one of them out of the deck and we never get one of them into play, it's just pure sadness. We'll just take one of you. No, not both of you. My God. Don't throw tantrums just because I threw one of you out of the deck. Okay. Now we get to add the lands. What's our mana looking like? So, definitely black heavy. Just a few reds for the road. Just a handful of red mana for the road. So, of our 18, we'll do 10 and 8. I want to pick my swamps. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then collapse mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want a cool mountain. Damn it. I like these cool pyramids and this exploding city. Look at these cool mountains. Majesty. Fruited plains. I like the color scheme on that one. Boom. There we go. I somehow threw a deck together. We got to give it a name. It's not really It is rat heavy. How about red, black, rat? That sounds cool. You're like, it's just a generic description of the deck. Like, yeah, and it sounds cool. Asshole. All right, let's see if we can't lose us some games of Magic, son. If you believe in magic, it doesn't mean you can win a game. The danger noodle has started to move. Look at this opening hand, boys. We can get our berserker out right to start with. Right to start with. What's this here bug flying around? All right, we're going to play a mountain right to start with just to confuse him. He's going to be like, well, that guy must be playing solo red. Mm-hmm. Well, there's some white and green with some carrot cake. You get you a little rabbit, a little bunny rabbit to have. Get them rats in plays, boys. Get them rats in play. All right, no blocks for me today. Let's get some rats in play. We got you. We could also get this cool flyer, although we want to play you with Offspring. So let's get you in play. Mill 2 cards? Yes. Oh. Yeah, I'll just attack. If you want to block and lose your creature, I don't give a shit. My boy comes back when I need him, son. My boy can come back. Long as I got a rat. Oh, God. The worst artwork. Okay. Offspring, please. Autopay, please. Oh. Are we attacking? We're going to attack with you. I can tell you, if we attack with this one, he won't want to block it because it has Death Touch. Oh no, if we attack with him, I forgot he has those little ones. Never mind. Never mind. You got me good, buddy. You got me good. I get to draw 2 cards, and hopefully they don't kill me. Hopefully they don't kill me. Hot damn. Ooh, we could stargaze now. And get towards threshold even more. Okay, you can go away now. You can go away now. This is the part where you go away. We can get some more flyers in play. So we can start hitting him over the tops of all of his creatures. Of course, the more rats you got, the better. The better. Oh, we need flyers. Boom, boom. Hopefully none of these guys have reach. Doesn't look like it. And... wait. I was about to say I can't play that. We'll put you in play. Alright, he's gonna... eventually he's gonna overrun me. He's gonna get something in play that makes all of his creatures get a buff. And it's gonna be bad. Alright. Trample Vigilance. Okay, that's fine with me. We will put the Death Toucher on you. We will put you here. And... you can block one of them. This guy, we can't buff him, so I don't really want to do that. So there we go. It's still fun to pretend. Jesus. All right. Well, we only got to lose 2 more. We've only got to lose 2 more, son. Let's keep this train rolling. We'll get through this event quick. Heck of me. No, thank you. Okay. Thanks for this terrible opening hand. I appreciate that. Alright, well, I'm keeping this one. One card at the bottom of my library, you say? Put a land. Red. We'll start with you, because every time you attack, good things happen. You get better with more rats, though. You get better with more rats. Boom. Oh no! Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do this to my rat boy? Look at how they massacred my rat boy. At least I get to do something this game. Last game I was like, I'll play a couple of rats, and then my opponent was like, oh, I beat dog shit out of you, by the way. Deal with it. Deal with it. Red and green. Ah, look. Our old friend, the Coruscation Mage, has appeared. Has started to move. Okay. Fuck it. So this goes good with him. So let's get you out there. Surveil. Done. Gotta get to threshold. Make my rats better. Of course, they also have built-in surveil that you can pay for, so you know. Well, you're getting real specific with your mana there. Ah, I see. Just in time to block my flyer. How convenient. How convenient. Another one of these appear. We can cast this for 2. So we would look at 4 cards. I'd rather be able to do that with more mana, though. I'd rather be able to do that with more mana. So in the meantime, get you out there. And Tenfey actually plays a cool rat warlock. And his YouTube video gets a moment of positive levity. Additional rats have started to move. Well then, fuck it. I'm just gonna get a bunch of creatures and play. For fun. Back with this boy. He might block and buff his creature. Oh, he's going to do that. So that way... Okay, whatever. I didn't expect you to double up on blockers, but... You're going to cast a buff spell now? Alright. Well, at least I got that fucking card out of his hand. Alright. I want to land to be able to cast more spells, but I also want to get the threshold. No, I need a land. I want a Star Veil for big cash money card draw. What are we at? 3 in the graveyard. There's that Raccoon Berserker. A land. How did he know? How did he know? Put 3 cards into your hand. I want you. Boom. And of course I need to have you. And I need... Do I need more mana, or do I want to have more creatures to cast? Probably more creatures to cast would be the best thing to do. Although I do need at least one more... No, I have enough to cast you. Well then, yeah, give me the good shit, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Son, we're at threshold. It's that quick and that easy. Do we want to attack with anything just yet? No. Because he'll just block and kill him. Could attack with you for fun, but that's okay. We'll just hang back for a bit. Yeah, sure. I'm going to play this next turn. All of his creatures will have 1 base toughness, and then it'll be the good times for us, baby. It'll be the good times for us. Six, 6 with trample. You can just hit me. Okay, how do we want to do this? So we would need 7 for yours. So we just want to get you in play immediately, right? Yeah, that's the play. Now, what do we want to attack with? Because he's going to have to decide if he wants to block or not, son. If he wants to block or not. This card would go good with that Fire Howl, I just realized, because all of your opponent's creatures would be killed by it, and not necessarily all of yours would be. It just now dawned on me. I was like, sometimes Magic cards work together. Who knew? Oh, wow. Well. Jesus. Well, there's that good spell. At least I got it out of his damn hand, I guess. The good times are over. We had a good run, but I told you removal was really good. You got to have it in limited like this. Guess I'll block you. Maybe I could get one of my removal cards. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, we're just going to have to save up enough blockers to block this damn thing, depending on what he draws next turn. But at least we can get some more creatures into play. That would be fun. I'd like to attack with one of them, so this king comes into play with a +1/+1 counter. That's what we'll do. Plus, I gain a life. It puts us on equal footing. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, what'd you draw? Some miracle card? Exodia? Well, it didn't give him prowess, so that's good. Look at this cool guy. Buy away barterer. His trinket. Oh, we've seen that before. It's still cool, but we've just seen it before. Hey, buddy! All right. So he has... We can give him menace, so he has to block him with at least 2 creatures. So that's fun. That's a fun thing we can do. Let's just cast cards. Let's just cast cards. Remember, our boy is here in the graveyard too, so if we attack with a rat, we can throw him into play as well. It's something to think about. They can't... The rats start coming and they don't stop coming. Son, it's like me when I visit Clara. Okay, let's see. How do we want to go about this? Just casting cards for fun. Yeah, let's just cast some cards for fun. Once again, that's Magic Gathering. Do we want to attack with anything? Anything? No. One of us is going to draw a card that just blows the other one out of the water. I do like how we both ended up at 8 life, though. Yeah, fuck you. I'll click on whatever I want. Oh, you had to be exiled, didn't you? Miss you, buddy. Will I ever have 7 mana so I could cast this the way I want to? Okay, what are you planning? This got shenanigans written all over it. What's this got, son? He has menace, so I gotta block him with at least 2. All right, let's see. Obviously put you there. He's probably going to play something that buffs all of his creatures, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. So we need to make sure we got things the way we want them. Yeah, I'll give a shit just in case. This might not be the smart decision, but let's see how he gets through it. Let's see how he gets through it. Best little jaunty guitar music in the background as life and death decisions are made. Okay. And that's how things ended up. Oh, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter now what happens. No, you motherfucker, I want to cast my rat. God damn it, he stole it from me. He stole it from me. I've never been angrier. No. No, I didn't. Because I was fucking cheated from finally casting my rat with its full offspring effect. God. I hope Darren Batter doesn't find out about this. He'll be like, well, I was making Miri Cat Warrior 2, but I guess I'll cancel now, son. She had double strike and double vigilance. I don't even know how that works. God, talk about a hollow victory. All right, well, let's get into another game. Uh-oh. Patrick Glennie knows the power of Lion Man's son. And of course, I can't have any... Oh, I have so many low-costing creatures in the deck. But the rigged-ass shuffler in this game is like, nuh-uh, this is just how it happened. Sorry, I'm Mark Rosewater. Did I tell you about the time I had to get somebody a baked fish in 30 minutes on the set of Roseanne? And I ran in there and bought it from a customer? I used to read his fucking blog. Whatever. Just let me keep my shitty hand. I used to read his blog, Making Magic. And he talked about this shit. That was a long time ago. Before one of the many, many periods of time where I stopped caring about magic. That happened from time to time. All right, white and every color, I guess. It'd be nice if we could get different. I know this is a Bloomburrow event, but do we have to have this same background and music every time? I'm just going to be mad and petulant for the rest of these games because I'm still mad at that I got cheated. What, are you going to time us out, buddy? Is that what you're doing? Okay. He might make us discard a card at some point, so let's go ahead and have that out. Boom. Alright, next turn I can actually cast spells. Who knew? Who knew? In a Magic Gathering deck. Black and white. If he gets red all over, son. That's why he's got this additional color. Generator. You turned my lizard into food. Alright, which is the best one of these to how I have in play the earliest? I guess you, because you could start hitting him for the most damage. Splashy, splashy water. I guess we could sit here and just look at our cool cards while we wait. Well, hey. Veteran Guard Mouse. Okay. It gets first strike. I gotcha. I gotcha. We could make you a big old trampler and throw you at it and see if he blocks it. He probably won't. He probably won't. Yeah. Boom. Got slapped by that raccoon. And the mouse helped. Mouse hyped him up. What do you think made raccoon so angry, son? That mouse. He knew just what to say. Oh, look at you. 3 colors. Ain't you special? The Bird Scout. You're the one that brings on little swords for your mouses, son. Little swords for your mouses. Well, you coming at me, buddy? No blocks. Ooh. Ooh, we could take out the trash. Okay, and we control a raccoon. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's think how we want to do this then. Gonna attack. He'll probably block. Then we blow his creature up. That's the plan. Will he block the raccoon? I want to take that chance. Boom. Now it's time to take out the trash. Discard a card and draw a card. You can come back, so we'll discard you. Ooh. I told you he'd come back. I told you he'd come back. Okay. Yeah, I could have done that first now that I'm thinking about it. Well, no, because I had to spend 4 mana total in order for the threshold to trigger. Or expend, excuse me. We need 4 more cards to have threshold. I'm hearing voices, animal noises, the creme de la creme, the feminine abyss, and I'm reaching my threshold, staring at the truth till I'm blind. He's got a lot on him, son. I believe in you, Patrick. Glenay. Unless you're just sitting there to time me out, then I won't believe in you. Although you could never make me angrier than that last one. The war squeak! It happened! Jesus, dude. I like how his whole deck is based around playing this one mouse and then buffing the shit out of it. I can respect that. Is it really that tough a decision, dude? Like, seriously, is it that tough a decision? Okay, there's that squirrel golem thing. Do we want to block this? 6 damage. No, because I want him to be able to help us attack better. Oh, we finally got this stamp thing. Okay, I'm going to make him discard his hand. The cards from his hand, and it's going to be so fucking satisfying. It's going to be so fucking satisfying. Problem with attacking now is I need to be able to block this thing because it's going to fucking kill us eventually. So I could attack with this 4/1 and see if he blocks it or not. Boom. Ooh. We're going to level you up. Ooh. So he'll lose some life at the beginning of the next turn. What's the matter? Why didn't you have more cards in your hand? What happened to your cards, Patrick? I'm splashing that water, Patrick. Man, our cards are going to get soggy here. Of course, the rats might not mind since they hang out with the mollusks. 4 colors? That's confidence. There's not 1 green card in that deck? You going to play Coalition Victory, son? Oh, God, he's having to sacrifice food for life. Sacrifice food for time on the counter, son. course, he might have to save that mouse for blocking. So, there's that. Once again, he's got a lot on him. He's coming at me with everything, son. He's confident. He's got that one damn card in his hand. It's probably the reason why. You don't seem very confident, Chief. We got to stay here this long. Okay. All right, he doesn't have trample, so I'm gonna do that. And that must be some kind of miracle card you got in your hand, buddy. With one blue mana and one colorless. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let's see, what are we gonna do this turn? What are we gonna do this turn? We could do... Could we kill him? Do we have threat? We don't have threat. If we had threshold, we could probably kill him because we could attack and then have the this other rat come into play, and that'll deal 8 plus 2. Damn, we're so close to being able to kill this guy. Damn, I'm that guy now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack with you. We gotta save. Of course, they could just be chump blockers that we have for blocking this guy, which can include these. Plus, he has Death Touch. Yeah, we're gonna hit you with both of these. Oh. And then we're gonna put you in play. Ooh. All right. This is it. This is the turn where he draws Guy of the Fierce Knight and blows my ass all out. Son. Just one Lion Man Planeswalker getting his asshole blown out by another Lion Man Planeswalker. Happens all the time. Just read the novels, son. Oh, it's that thing. Oh, well, it'll get him a life back and make me lose one. And that hurts my feelings. He's throwing it all at me, boys. He's throwing it all at me. Now he's got to sit there and decide if he wants to activate this ability. I assume that's the thing he keeps setting there and not clicking next on. Yep. Yep. He's looking at it. He's like, oh, do I want to put a card from my graveyard at the bottom of my library? I better. He's got like reverse threshold. Death Touch means your boy died. What happened to your mouse soldier, Patrick Coon? You have nothing but this, so I don't know what exactly you're planning to do to stop me from winning this game, but other than just sitting there and wasting time. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that gives me threshold too, son. Good game. Boom. I still didn't get to play my cool Darren Batter rat, so I'm still mad. I'm still a mad, sore winner. All right, we've won 2 games in a row, so expect the quote-unquote random nature of the game to kick in and us to get obliterated. If we could make it to 7 wins, we get 2 additional booster packs, son. Talk about a treat. Oh no. Nihongo Steel. All right. See? Look at this. Look at this. This is just what happened. to draw my opening hand because it wants me to mulligan. It wants me to mulligan. Oh, you mulligan? Well, I guess we can give you a decent hand now. Gee whiz. Maybe if you stop winning every fucking game you play, we wouldn't have to fucking rig this shit, boys. That's Richard Garfield's son. Mark Rosenberg was like, you tell him. Not since that time I was a showrunner on Roseanne have we been so justified in our bullshittery. All right. Want to get you in play, or do we want to go ahead and make him start discarding cards? I want to start attacking and blocking and such. Plus, he's got a lot of cards in his hand now. Just saying. Okay, what do we... Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Because now he'll have lost life, and you get to come in as the bigger lizard. This makes my lizard assassin the big lizard assassin. I still say this one's cooler in design than that one. Green and white. I got the shit kicked out of me by the green and white deck very recently. This person. I don't even recognize the character either. Ah, offspring. Get you some rabbits. Get you some rabbits. Have I got enough red mana? Just saying. All right, how do we want to go about this? If we attack now, he'll just block that. Unless he thinks we have a combat trick up our sleeve. We can also gain menace, so you would have to block us with both. I like that. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh. So he'd have to double up with both of his rabbits to block it, and then we could kill both of them, and they would kill him as well. But it would be worth it to get rid of his two creatures. At least that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Plus, it just gets us closer to threshold. One more mana and we can get our damn bird out and maybe actually do something with it this time. Wouldn't that be a rare treat? Wouldn't that be a rare treat? Hey, the mouse board. You love to see them. Unless, you know, they're thwarting your plans. When does that ever happen? When does that ever happen? Let's think then. Damn it. Wow, I can't believe the 10 swamps in the deck, but it drew one the whole game. Who knew? Who knew? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm the blameless victim. It happens all the time. No attacks. For now. Okay, we know he has some kind of instant that costs 1 green mana in his hand. Because it keeps pausing. That's right. He's a cool rat berserker. What you gonna do when rat berserker mania runs wild on you, Nezumi brother? Nezumi Nakama. Oh. Well, shit. That's hateful. That was just hateful. I gotta be damn hateful. And he can untap himself. He has pseudo vigilance. How fantastic. Oh, wow. There's other swamps in my deck. I'm the first person to know. I'm the first person to know. All attack. A 1-3 versus a 3-1. What do you think will happen? What do you think will happen? I'm just going to sit here and look at my cool rat while you decide. You can't take that from me. You can't take that from me. Burn the land and boil the sea, but you can't take cool rats from me. Got to discard a card, buddy. And just like that, our bomb is gone. I'm telling you, that's the problem. You draw a really good creature like that in limited, and your opponent is always going to have the way to destroy it. They're always going to. It would be nice to just get rid of that damn thing. It's slowly whittling us down. But who knows what he's going to play next that's even worse. Oh well, we got to go for it while we can. You don't have to do that sec. No. Submit 0. There. Asshole. And I'm going to level this thing up. Because I can. Here comes that frog. I mean, lizard. Excuse me. Here comes that cool lizard assassin that I really like and totally know is not a frog. So not close to threshold. What you got here, buddy? Can't be blocked with creature's power 2. Well, look who I've got that counters that. Look who I've got that counters that. Let's think. I don't want to get him down so I can start surveilling. Plus, he can block that damn thing if he needs to. No attacks. A little sword bringer. And it makes you big enough to be a problem. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, okay, okay. Let's get you out there to deal with that damn flyer. And let's get you out there. The game's so long, we got 3 cards in the graveyard. Doing everything I can to try to get threshold for my boy. How many of them you got? Just trapping them non-stop, huh? My God. I see. I see. Well, let's go ahead and play you. I'm going to keep this Death Toucher open. Well, no, he can't even block that damn thing, but he can block the flyers. Let's level you up. And we can surveil at the end of his turn. We're just going to have to keep passing. Because it's going to ask if we want to do that in reaction to everything he does. Will you ever have less than 2 cards in your hand? Somehow I doubt it. Okay, there's that damn thing. So he can bounce one of them birds and then play it again for the buff. Activate ability. Another cool rat. How did you know? How did you know? Ironically, I need threshold. So I kind of don't want to draw that rat. That rat went to the graveyard so that our other rats might get bigger. Oh boy, a land. I've never been so spoiled. Fuck it. I'm just going to keep passing until one of us makes a move. Until I get bold enough to throw all my shit at him, or until he stops buffing his damn creatures. I feel like neither of those are going to happen. Just gotta wait till one of us draws ourselves to death. Look at that. You're going to get trampled on that thing eventually. I know it. I know it. All right. See if he attacks. Huh? Do I want to block that? Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what he does in reaction. Nothing. I guess he decided something had to happen. Something had to happen. All right, let us surveil. Straight to the graveyard. Let us surveil. Straight to the graveyard. Yeah. Just mana and mana and mana and mana and mana and mana. That's how it works, Mark Rosewater. That's how it fucking works. This shit is flawless RNG. Okay, well, at least he's bigger now. He can block that damn thing now. I'm just gonna have to keep doing this until I'm allowed to draw cards again that aren't mana. Magic, it's the worst flaw of Magic the Gathering is the mana system. But it's part of the game. Like not summoning an Elden Ring. It's part of the game. Gosh. Well, gee, Mick, how could you possibly have a card game where you incrementally gain the ability to cast more powerful spells each turn without a bunch of random bullshit? It can't be done. All right, well, at least this shit can finally proc now that you've got some of them damn cards out of your hand. Sitting there hoarding that shit, pissing me off. All right, let's see what's coming at us now. At least that thing ain't got trample yet. He's just going to slowly whittle me down. Because I'm never going to get a card I need. Yeah. How many lands in a row was that, by the way? Oh, God. I need a flyer. So, yeah. All right, at least that worked. Hey, look! A good card? What? What? I didn't know they made those. All right, well, fuck it. I want to cast you for big damage. Okay, we need you in play. And then we're going to cast this for... Remember, we take that much damage. And we can only block his damn 7/7 with this one creature. So we need shit in play. Alright, I want you so I can try to cast you once before I die. That's all I want. Okay, that'll help us kill one of his creatures. That's Death Touch, and it can block that big-ass creature, so we definitely want that. And... more rats, please. No attacks. There. I feel like that's every mana in the deck. We've somehow gotten through it. Let's see if we can survive this turn. Depending on what he has in his hand, will tell us the truth. I want to live one more turn to cast this card. They always give me this card at the end of the fucking game. I refuse to cast it without its offspring. I won't do it. I won't sacrifice my integrity. All right, well, you've got to block that. All right. Neat! Unfortunately, his flyer will just come in here and kill me next turn. Well, no, I have this. I should have blocked that last time. I don't know why I didn't. Fuck it. This is what I want. Autopay. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if I lose. I finally got everything I wanted. I finally got everything I wanted. I could gain a life and make him lose a life. I'd have one less blocker, though, and I need those blockers or I'm just going to die. So, no thank you. Oh, well. At least it was an eventful game. That's all you can really say these days. All right. Well, you've got to block that, and you've got to block that. right, I could put all kinds of shit in play, but unfortunately I can't do anything about that bird, and so I can't win. So let's just play all of our rats and GG. That's about the only thing we could hope to do. We got to sit here and wait for him to pass every single one of them, but maybe he'll let us do that. There. Good game. All right. Well, I don't feel as bad. We finally got to play the cool Darren Batter like Spike Rat. So all we got to do is lose one more game and we'll be free. A booster pack for me to have. How did you know? How did you know? All right, let's get in there and take our lumps. I wanted to be like a Yu-Gi-Oh match. I want to lose on turn one. I wanted them to hit me with a channel fireball. Ah, another Catman. I appreciate that too. All right, well, it gave us a somewhat balanced hand. I guess Mark Rosewater's trying to keep the lie going that it uses actual RNG. Green, imagine that. What a shock. I remember you, Bounce Frog. Ain't you neat? Son, they love them pies. They love them pies. See if he doubles up on blocking. He's probably trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, because all he's got to do is double block, and I lose my creature. Okay. Okay. We want you with the big effect. So let's get the Death Toucher out there. Wouldn't have that been nice? One of the thousands of turns that motherfucker was just ramming me in that last game. To have this Death Toucher with a power greater than 2. But no, I needed to draw 75 fucking swamps and mountains that somehow made their way to my deck. Magic the Gathering, kids. Are you worried your blood pressure's not high enough? Are you worried you might live too long? I'm not blocking that. Fuck you. Okay, okay. I can play you with Offspring now. Do we want to attack or keep you open for defense? Trample. He's got trample, so we want that thing to die. Yeah, fuck it. Plus, if he dies, it gives us towards threshold. Hey, it's that guy. Remember that guy? So this guy drafted a black-green squirrel forager deck with frogs. How fun. You do a lot more shit during your turn than I do. I just thinking about that. Just thinking about that. It's almost like I barely know what I'm doing. It's almost like I barely know what I'm doing. Hurt me, rats. Hurt me. Can I live long enough? Okay, that's fine. Go away. Can I live long enough to cast this thing with the Offspring effect that I so love? That I so love. I'd like to think so, but it's probably not true. So, what can you do? That's our goal now, is to just live long enough to get 7 mana and cast that thing. Now, we can attack him with our flyers, but he's just going to beat the dog shit out of us next turn, so what's the fucking point? And we're just going to die when these make us draw cards anyway, so Let's see how long we can stay alive. We'd have to stay alive for 2 turns and draw another mana card in order to let the miracle happen before we die. We cast the rat and together we burn. Real relaxing. Sitting here listening to this music, trying to stay conscious. Yeah, your turn has a time limit, buddy. Did you know that? Did you know that? Would you get up and take a shit? He's like, I can't decide which of my many cards to beat your ass with, boy. I don't know why you would intentionally time the game out. You're obviously winning. Maybe someone came in his room and slit his throat. Wouldn't that be a miracle? I generated a tulpa with my mind. I generated a rat tulpa with my mind. And it appeared behind him and bit his throat with its cute rat teeth. Okay, another of your 750 fucking squirrels that you get to play every turn. That's neat. That's neat. Oh, he didn't actually attack. There's a land. And there's some damage. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we've just got to survive one more turn for the miracle to happen, son. For the miracle to happen. You've got Death Touch, and that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. Cast you because I can. I'm tempted to attack with my frog just so I can gain damn life. But that will give me one less blocker. And remember, our goal is to live long enough to cast this boy. And then we'll be the true moral victors, son. The true moral victors. We could peck him for a little bit of flying damage. Would that leave us too few of blockers to survive? Eh, fuck it. It's not like I really know what I'm doing. I barely read my opponent's cards. I'm just so impatient. It's the reason I don't ever really want to play paper, like sit down at the table, Magic the Gathering, like in real life with my friends. And it's because, like, you've got to worry about so much little minutia all the time. Oh no, my flying creature. You happen to have that good green card for just that moment. I've got to pass because of this thing every turn. I got to pass because of that thing. Well, I got another Death Toucher over there on the end, but still, it was nice to have two. It was nice to have two. He's been mana screwed this game, by the way. You could tell he's only got 4. So I'm sure he's got his own bitching and moaning. He's recording his own YouTube video with his own bitching and moaning. All right, you're 5/5, 2/3. I'm trying to see what secret ability, because he's got buffing cards. So you know he can do all kinds of bullshit. All right, you're going to block that one. You're going to block this one. You are going to block this one. And you are going to block him. Boom. Then I'm going to make you bigger. Almost. If he does something to make me lose 2 life, God, ain't I going to be heartbroken, man. I just want to cast my fucking rat. Why does everyone want to take my fucking rats away from me, man? Why is that the goal of every human on Earth, is to take the rats I love away from me, man? That's why I despise this worthless species we all belong to. Oh, I'm going to die from that. I just realized. Oh, the miracle! They were both lands! It's the only thing that saved me. The miracle took place that day, boys. God damn. He's also going to lose life unless he sacrifices some of them creatures. So he's probably thinking about that. Or discards cards. So, yeah. He's sweating, boys. I mean, I've lost. It doesn't matter what I do. Because even if I save all these cards, these things are going to kill me next turn. So, let's just all attack and tell him good game, son. Tell him good game. Once he decides what he's doing. Alright. Well, there you go. Not that bad. It was sad that we didn't get to do more, but still had fun for the most part. I got to cast the cool Spike Rat a couple of times, so that's fun. The miracle right there at the end with the 2 lands. 3 losses. That's what I was aiming for, son, and we did it. We actually got 2 wins. That's what the surprising part. That's the surprising part. I guess we'll open those boosters, even though I opened boosters at the beginning. This time we can just do it for fun. We can do it for ourselves. Mythic. And that mythic would be the Elemental Bear. Bloomburrow, Bellow of the Woods. Vigilance, Reach. Bloomburrow, Bellow of the Woods power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters, mill 4 cards, then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, hurts your threshold. But if you don't care about threshold, then it doesn't matter. Well, look at you, little feller. Hunter's Talent. When it enters, target creature you control does damage. Okay, so it whomps or wallops somebody. You get a permanent trample buff every turn with your attackers. And then if you've got big creatures, you draw cards. Neat. Everything else we've already seen, although we got another rat boy. Another rat boy. Also another one of these. Interesting. Okay. Oh, hey. The Raccoon Bard. Wondertail Mentor. He's telling the best story about this time. He like fell in a trash can and somebody had thrown out like half a Domino's pizza and like some some stale sour cream and cheddar ruffles, son, and he didn't know what to do with himself. He lived like a king. Whenever you expend 4, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and he gives you mana ramp. You've all grown so much since I passed through this burrow last. Let's see where to begin the story. I mean, it's very quaint, but not very humorous. Ooh. Caretaker's Talent. Whenever 1 or more tokens draw a card. Okay, so if you got a lot of like rabbits and such with the offspring mechanic, that's good. So, and when you level it up, you make a copy of another token, and then it makes all your tokens bigger. So you definitely want a token deck. You're like, hell yeah, man. I can't play Magic unless I'm token. We'll save that one for last. I'm going to open one of these other boosters I don't really care about. Like Lord of the Rings. Who's in this? Well, they're all new. Isn't that something? I got Frodo Baggins. Well, there's Shagrat Loot Bear. I'm not going to bother reading what the cards do because I don't really care. I don't really care. Second Breakfast makes you food. That's neat, I guess. What does Frodo Baggins do? Oh, he generates the ring and then it tempts. This is too much, man. Yeah, I definitely didn't play Magic during this period, so I don't know what any of that means. Also, you don't look anything like Elijah Wood. All right, that was fun. Should we open one of our Johnny boosters? No, we'll save those for later. Rabbit, no, oh my God, what big teeth you have. Target creature you control gets +1/+0, then until end of turn, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Unbeknownst to the host, the foraged seeds they served at dinner had been touched by a calamity beast. The results were disturbing. That's horrifying. Those little mouse folks sat down to eat dinner and then they got big teeth because an elemental beast had like coughed on the food or something, son. That's tragedy. Oh, another one of you. Son, I'm going to build me the best mouse rat deck somehow. It's going to have all the best mouses, all the best rats. You know what it's like. You know what it's like. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me. Maybe I'll do some more Magic stuff, more drafts, try to build a deck. Sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit. When you got cute mouse warriors, man, the sky's the limit.